whomever. There's a black valve there, which is automatic. It's a sprinkler valve. You guys, can you see it from that? Yeah, you do want to come look at it. Yeah. You can manually turn it, or it can turn on automatically. Yes, so Julian has turned it on. I'm going to crank her. The purpose of this lab is to introduce you to a number of different types of commonly used level measuring. Okay, turning on the air, guys. Commonly used level measuring techniques. The first one is tape measure. Very rarely faults. Pretty easy to set up. Hardly ever needs calibration. The second one is a sight glass. You'll see that on tanks. It's an actual tube that comes out as a sight glass or a see-through tank. Third one is the sonic level measuring. And what that is doing is putting a pulse down, bouncing up, and measuring how deep the water is. And the fourth one is this. It's a bubbler. Right now, it's not on. There we go. I just had to turn on this voltameter. Right now, it's measuring about 10 inches of water, and actually, it's fairly accurate. It's got a 0. I put this in. This is a hint for you guys, and you'll catch it on the if you watch the video. But I put a 0 shift reading error into the bubbler. So if you see where the bubbler tube is on the bottom, it actually comes in through this green hose, and it's actually down here. It's actually a little bit lower than where this is set up, every other instrument. So your tape measure and this should be deadly accurate. But your bubbler is going to be off by a little tiny bit. You're going to end up wrapping. But your tape measure is going to be like this, right from the 0. Your sonic level will be there, but your bubbler is going to be high. But there should be no span error here whatsoever. This is 0 offset there.
How does the bubbler work?
Bubbler, what it is, it's just like you know how when you have chocolate milk, you get a straw and you blow bubbles in it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does. You have to. If you don't put enough pressure, obviously the bubbles will come up. So once you get just the right pressure to overcome the head pressure in your chocolate milk, that's when the bubbler will kick in and say, hey, you know, I've got just enough to overcome the head pressure of the column of liquid and give you a reading. So that's all it is. This guy, all he's doing is blowing bubbles into this big thing of chocolate milk. And as soon as the bubbles start flowing, it gives you a reading. It's actually deadly accurate. It's a fantastic piece of equipment. When I came here, they wanted to throw it away, and I said, not on your life. It's not used very often, but it's a great, well, it's used quite often, but there are some problems with it. For instance, if you don't have enough pressure, your sludge or whatever can back up into it. You're also introducing something into water. So in this case, it's air, which is fine, but often it's an inert gas like nitrogen. And with some processes, like if you're measuring gasoline, you don't want to do that. Eventually, once it gets up to a high enough level, a pump will automatically kick in. I think it's set for about a meter, and will start draining. At which case, and you sort of have to listen for it, turn off the tap and just watch it drain. So you're going to just take, let's say, every five minutes, a reading of this, the bubbler, tape measure, and compare and graph. You'll also be going into here and setting up at what depth or what height you want the pumps to turn on, and doing just a bit of calibration.
Is the manual that red binder?
I didn't have the manual in my hand. Okay, next time I do that, yell at me. Yes.
You backhand?
Don't hit me, but yeah. Yes, that's the manual. Should always be in my hand.
You see floats in these kind of applications, like floats and float valves?
Very often. And we're going to get into that ad nauseum, unfortunately, in the lectures. But yeah, this is actually a high level float here. I just haven't gotten around to hooking it up. I actually like this kind of thing rather than an automated system, because you guys, I think, learn more from it. But this would automatically shut off the valve.